Hi, I'm PrepperMark, and today I want to talk to you about the reality of it hitting the fan and we end up one step above cavemen days. Now, most of us work a 40-hour work week, you know. We bitch and complain because we hate our jobs, we don't make enough money, our weekends aren't long enough, we don't have enough vacation, the alarm clock goes off in the morning, oh, I don't want to go to work today, blah, 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 you know. Then at the end of the week, or every 2 weeks, or once a month, however you get paid, you get a check where you can go out and buy your groceries, pay your bills, go out to dinner, go out for some sort of entertainment, movies, a couple of drinks, what have you, you know. Basically, we got it pretty good. Now, if it hits the fan and we go to one step above cavemen days, you're not going to have that luxury. You know, you're going to have to find your own food, you're going to have to cook your own food, you're going to have to heat your own house, you're going to have to do everything just like they did back in the olden days. You won't have a paycheck where you can run down to the grocery store and fill a grocery cart up with food to last you for a week, you know. It's just not going to happen. You're going to have to grow it, hunt it, can it, preserve it, smoke it, whatever, to survive. Now, let's take where I live at. I live in Pennsylvania. Here, we got about 5 rough months, you know, where it's cold, snowy, and so on and so forth. Now, most people in the same situation, you know, you get cold weather in the wintertime. Even down in Florida, my son just texted me a picture from Orlando today. It's a picture of his car thermometer, 34 degrees in Orlando, Florida at the end of February, well, beginning of March, you know. So for us here in Pennsylvania, we, like I said, we have about 7 months to take care of everything. In those 7 months, you know, you would need to cut enough firewood to heat your house to last you the whole year. You don't have a thermostat, you can go click on and then get an electric bill, a gas bill, or a heating oil bill in the mail and just pay that bill. If you don't cut your wood and stockpile your wood, you're going to freeze. You know, there's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. So you have to have enough firewood cut, stocked, and dried out to last you through those harsh winter months. Food. You're going to have a garden. You're going to have to grow your own food. Like I said, you ain't going to be able to run down to the grocery store, you know, give them your debit card or write them a check or hand them some cash or a cart full of groceries to last you through the month. You're going to have to grow your own food. You're going to have to can your own food. And if you don't, like I said, you're not going to survive. And like I said, you have about 7 months to take care of everything to get ready for the winter months. If you don't, you know, basically you're going to have somebody bail you out, which I doubt is going to happen, or you're going to end up starving to death or freezing to death if you don't have enough wood. So, you know, you need to have a homestead area, we'll call it. You know, you need to have a house where you can have some sort of nice sized garden, you know. If you're living in the suburbs with a 50-foot by 50-foot yard, it's going to be hard to grow enough stuff to survive, let alone where you're going to get your firewood to cut and stockpile to keep you warm. So you're going to have to find a location where you can have a nice sized garden. You can have easy access to firewood, so you can get enough firewood built up for the winter months, you know. Then, you know, if you never grew anything before in your life, you're going to have a challenge of getting everything to grow right. You know, tomatoes, you get a lot of diseases with tomatoes. Potatoes is another crop you can get diseases and wipe out your crop, you know. So you're going to have to learn how to farm, grow all your food, and then when it comes harvest time, you're going to have to can that. You know, green beans, tomatoes, peas, whatever you're going to grow to get you through the winter, it's all going to come in at one time, and you're going to have to spend, you know, hours upon hours canning that stuff, getting enough stockpiled to last you throughout the winter months into the next year. You get another garden, you know, basically canning season. Say if you can't start canning in August your green beans, all right, you need enough green beans to last you again the next August. So like I said, there's not going to be any grocery stores out there to get everything you need. And it's not going to be easy neither, you know. You go to work, let's say, we'll take 9 to 5, you know. You get to work at 9 o'clock in the morning, you get off work at 5 o'clock in the evening, you come home, you eat supper, you relax, watch TV, play on the computer, play video game, whatever, you know. And it hits the fan situation where you're one step above caveman days. You're going to be working from sun up to sun down. You like I said, you're going to have to get that garden in. You're going to have to take care of your cutting all your wood, getting all your wood stockpiled. You know, if it hits the fan, you're not going to have tractors, so to say, to pull logs out of the woods. You're not going to have chainsaws, cut those logs down. You ain't going to have log splitters to split your wood. It's all going to have to be done by hand. You know, and if you want to watch a couple of shows that give you some kind of idea of what it's really going to be like, I know there's Yukon Men. This came on here not too long ago. Now that's Alaska environment, so that's really extreme. Most of us won't have to put up with anything quite that extreme, you know. Another one that gives you a little taste is new season of Mountain Men is starting up here pretty soon, you know. That gives you a little taste. Another show gives you some idea on stuff is Hillbilly Blood. Now I think there's only like 6 episodes of that, and they rerun it pretty much. To me, quite a bit of that was made up. It's not realistic like they want you to believe, but it gives you some ideas how things would be in a environment where you're one step above caveman days. You know, there's also another show, a couple families living in Alaska. Season 2 was just on here not too long ago. I can't think of the name of that. But that gives you some idea, you know. There's no lounging around, you know. Like I said, you have 7 months to get your firewood, get your garden in, grow everything, you know. Best to have a root cellar, smokehouse, so you're going to have to make sure you have all of that. Plus wood for in your smokehouse to smoke your meat. And then once you get all that in, then come about October, then it'll be hunting season. When the weather cools down, then it'll be time to go out and hunt some meat to get you through the year. You know, like you ain't gonna have a deep freeze put that meat in, so you're gonna have to smoke it. So there's more work, there's more time. You know, you're gonna need quite a bit of meat to help you through. I think a deer, normal sized deer, that say a family of 4, I think a normal sized deer is probably gonna last you 2 months at best. You know, so there's a lot of work involved. Then you got to consider everybody else will be in the same situation. They'll be out hunting there, trying to find game meat to have and hold more of the winter. Fishing too. Also in the summertime, you'll have to do quite a bit of fishing and smoke your fish, I guess, or can your fish. You also can your wildlife meat too, you know. Cut your deer up in little chunks, put it in canning jars, pressure cook it, and that'll get your meat to last you in the warmer months too. So, like I said, there's going to be a lot of work involved, you know. You ain't going to have no leisurely time. It's going to take a toll on your body because you're not going to be used to going out there and cutting wood, you know, from sun up to sun down. You're not going to be used to, basically you'll have to dig your garden. You won't have a rototiller, you won't have a tractor to plow it. You're going to have to dig it all by hand, and that's going to be a lot of work. And like I said, it's going to take a toll on people. People ain't used to that rough lifestyle. So you need to be prepared for that. And like I said, watch some of these shows. They give you a good example, but even watching the shows, the reality is not going to hit. You're actually out there doing it physically. I know I sit around here a couple months during the winter time, then when I get back in the groove of things, the first week or two, it takes a toll. And then also, I would suggest taking 1 day a week off from your schedule through the summer prep and everything. I take Sunday off to sit around, relax, let your body recoup, because if you just keep grinding, your body's gonna wear out way before the summer season's over. So you need to pace yourself by taking every Sunday off and give you time to catch up on your rest, let your body recuperate some, and help you make it through that. And then in the wintertime, like I said, you're going to be out there hunting wildlife, bringing firewood in to heat your house. So you're going to be active in the wintertime too. There's not going to be no sitting around, you know, not doing anything for weeks on end. There's always going to be something to do. you'll have to bring water in. You know, you ain't gonna have running water. You turn on the spigots and nothing's gonna happen. You know, so you're gonna have to haul water, carry water, figure out some way to have water in your house, because you're gonna need it for cooking, bathing, drinking. You know, toilets, as far as that goes, you're probably gonna have to build an outhouse in your backyard, because most circumstances, even if you carry water in, you're not going to be able to flush your toilets, because everything will be backed up. You know, there'll be nowhere to go. So you're going to have to go back to the pit-style toilets with the outhouse. So just enjoy everything you have now, because if it, like I said, if it hits the fan and we go back to one step above cavemen days, you know, you're going to be in for some real reality of it all. And biggest thing I'm probably going to miss out of the whole ordeal is being able to call up and order a pizza. You know, I love fresh hot pizzas. You know, subs, I can make my own subs. Pizza, I can make my own pizzas too. But still, just something about the one pizza restaurant up here. I don't know what they do. They make some great pizza. Well, I'm Prepper Mark. I want to thank everyone for watching. Take care and God bless.